Hello all. Today I'm going to give you the short version of how to tackle these interpret change in exponential models. I'm saying short version because this is really pretty easy. I noticed some of you have gone ahead and tried this, some with success and some without. So let me again run through how this process goes. The first thing I'm going to do is review briefly the things that we have going on here. We've been given a big equation. This equation has two major numbers to pay attention to. We have our starting value or initial value here, which, by the way, is not important to answering this question. And we also have this base right here that is going to be important to answering this question. So the base for my problem, this example right here, is a 0.96. And here's what we're going to do. We are always going to compare this to 100%. So all of my answers that I'm trying to find here, I'm just needing to figure out how far this differs from 100%, or in decimal form, that's simply a 1. So when I look at this problem, it says 0.96. When I compare that to 1, I know that it's 0.04 less than 1, because 1 minus 0.96, or 0.96 minus 1 would give me a negative value. So my answer would be that it's 4%, because 0.04 as a decimal is 4% as a percentage, moving the decimal 2 places over. And that is less than 1, so it's going to be subtracted from instead of added to. And that's it. We just need to compare the base to 1, figure out if it's greater or less. If it's greater, we're adding. If it's less, we're subtracting. And be sure you change that difference into a percentage instead of leaving that percentage or that number as its decimal form. So here is my second example. This is going to again be very similar to what's going on here. Again, what I'm focusing on is the base of this right here. I need to know what is underneath the exponent here. Again, I'm going to know if we are increasing or decreasing by if we are bigger than 1 or if we are less than 1. So 1.01 is larger than 1, so I know this is going to be growing, not shrinking. And here, my problem is actually asked in a slightly different way. This part of my problem over here, instead of saying a percent, it says factor. And when it says factor of, we're just going to copy that number. So the factor of, in this case, should be a 1.01, the base. So there you go. It's very easy again. We are focusing on one number out of our exponential equation, the number that is in the base of that equation, not the starting value. We need to know if it is larger than 1 or smaller than 1 for growth or decrease. And if we're talking about a percentage difference, we find the difference, how far that number is from 1. And if it just says factor, then we just copy the base. Thanks. Bye-bye.